car, you need to lock your door, put on your seatbelt. You gotta adjust your rear mirror so you can see. There's a orange car behind me, mega orange Charger. I want to make sure I can see it, frame the rear window. Next, we gotta adjust our side mirrors so you can see cars. Now we got the school bus here, and we have to respect the school bus. Are they gonna let me go by? Can I go by? I don't see any warning lights. I'm gonna wave. Okay, be courteous, my God. I was shocked because I went to Joliet, Illinois, right outside Chicago. And I'm gonna describe to you, I left 4:30 a.m. to beat heavy traffic, and I'm so happy that I did. When we come up to a stop sign, it means stop. And if you don't know these basic things, you don't deserve to drive. There were so many drivers not following the rules, it was ridiculous. And I see why so many people under 35 have accidents and are just not aware of the overall dangers of driving. I'm waiting here. I'm stuck here at this major thoroughfare. I'm gonna show you. I'm just here waiting. I already called corporate. I told them that I'm going to be coming in late, so we're gonna be dealing with traffic. We're gonna discuss it, and I'm gonna help you through this process. I'm just waiting. And I was invited there to make social media content on expressways, interstates, drag racing, catching action pictures, and I posted some of those, and I'll be posting more. Also, I ran into some truck drivers, so we're going to put together some collaborations on truck drivers. And I'm going to do more research on the I-80 corridor, but I'm going to give you a snapshot of what I saw. I'm going to go to the middle, which I legally can do, and I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. You can just wait here until it's clear. It's clear, I go into the first lane. That's all we can do. When you see construction zones, you need to slow down. Drivers were driving excess of 100 miles an hour. I was doing about 75 myself. I was barely keeping up with them. Now, don't get it wrong. I drive fast too sometimes when the speed limit dictates it. But for me, just to be out driving crazy fast, are you kidding? Like excess of 80 to 100 miles an hour? And there are the police right there to my left. And you're still driving crazy fast? Ridiculous. You see the pedestrian running by, getting ready to get killed? There were pedestrians everywhere who were going to get run over by trucks and trailers who just don't care. I'm going to tell you something. These motorists will run you over. And they'll say the pedestrians were jaywalking. We made a video the other day. 3 pedestrians not walking where they were supposed to. They were jaywalking. We're going to have to take a different route today because of time and traffic. And you need to know a different route home. On the way back from the drag strip, and I have the media badge to prove it, right? I was there, media badge, okay? Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Speed never lies. Well, they were going about 110 on I-80. The I-80, I-94 corridor. If you've never been there, don't go. If you don't know how to drive, don't go. Like this big truck, this is what it was like. And literally, I almost crashed getting off one of the exits. See, this pedestrian. Like this guy right here. And big trucks, what I've learned, I'm going to let them do their turn first. I'm not going to dip to the inside. Thank you, truckers. You see, I would have been smashed because those trucks are so big, and the trucker's going to go. He or she's not going to stop, and no one's going to stop them. The sheer volume of traffic, the Indiana, Chicago, Michigan / Ohio area was overwhelming. And I know some of you are from New York, Atlanta, Georgia, and you've seen these volumes of traffic before. But a lot of the people I teach have not seen these volumes of traffic before. And the sheer disrespect for truckers who are trying to be in that middle lane or right lane going 65. I saw a lot of drivers literally tailgating the back rear end of the trailer, cutting off trucks. And then we did see a semi truck that was jackknifed, means flipped over. Okay. And the one thing I've learned, and having high quality teachers, college professors who've wrote books, you have to give traffic time and space. And it's it's a car length for every 10 miles an hour. A car length for every 10 miles an hour. And luckily, I left at 4:30 in the morning, and I was able to navigate through 3 states. You know, I-80 runs through Iowa, so I was able to travel 70, 75 miles an hour. But once I hit that corridor, it was a whole new game of disrespect, of death, and cars merging and cutting over 4 lanes. A car literally almost hit me. And I was traveling about 70, 75 miles an hour, just chilling, minding my own business, really paying attention. What does this mean to a lot of you? You got to really be aware. Like this truck carrying these supplies, it's not properly strapped down. Securement. Do not want to be behind that truck carrying that lumber. If it comes out, I'm dead. But why do people still not follow the rules? And this is for semi-truck. Us as 4-wheelers, that's what semi-trucks call us, 4-wheelers. And in Indiana, they said, this is not NASCAR. This is not your personal racetrack. And I'm in the middle lane doing about 75 miles an hour, and this semi-truck's doing 75 miles an hour. Yep. You see how these cars are passing me? I'm at about 75 miles an hour, and I'm rolling. Okay? And I'm not some old guy in my mid-30s. I'm trying to keep up with the flow, but I got a family to take care of, and I'm trying to get to work safely in one piece. And I'm staying away from the truck, passing on the left, pass on the left. And I'm mindful of my speed and position. You can see the density of traffic in the left lane and across the barrier. I did my routine maintenance. The tires were fine. They were about 38 pounds. The fuel mileage was good. Took about 2 tanks. It was about 368 miles to get to the destination. The Indiana State Police were out. People were going 100 miles an hour, and the Indiana State Police were just like sitting there. I'm like, what's going on? You're not gonna come and stop this? So fail. I'm rolling about 75 miles an hour, just staying with the pack. I don't have to lead the pack. And we're going back to the foundational principles. Why are you tailgating so crazy? Like I'm adjusting my speed and position. This car is not a smart car. It does not have adaptive cruise control. does not have lane keep assist. It does not have full self-driving. No cap, no hate on Tesla. We will get one for the channel when we put together our grant for people who've been incarcerated and who are coming back to the community. But that's a whole nother story. I'm at about 75 to 77 miles an hour. In the right lane, they're going 70. Squeezing my brakes. And you're probably saying, if you don't want to go fast, just shut up and go to the right. Everyone's doing about 75 miles an hour. And I can see where younger drivers are overwhelmed, and people in their 30s and 50s have commented, this is why I don't drive. Because one mistake, you're going to hit a car or be rear-ended, and it's over. And this is just a little sample of what they were doing on I-80. Now, granted, I have been driving since 4:30 a.m., and I'm glad I left early, because had I left at 7, I would have hit traffic through Iowa, through the metro area. But I ran into a lot of semi-trucks. You know, hey, they're doing their job. They are doing their job of getting goods and materials from Mexico into the United States. No cap on the Donald Trump tariffs. Prices have gone up. Fuel costs are up. Food costs are up. Shout out to the NHRA for bringing me down there and allowing me to interview racers, which I have video. See some beautiful Mustangs, Camaros, Corvettes, big block Chevelles, top field dragsters. I learned how to use my camera. I've learned how to make content, learned how to post media, learned how to use some AI elements, and you're going to be seeing those in the up-and-coming videos. And we're going to drop another podcast. We're going to have a real conversation about the death and danger on expressways, because that I-80, I-94 corridor is a whole new level. You see this? This is nothing. And I'm holding the wheel pretty nice. And you can't take driving for granted. Now, a lot of you who look at this, you're like, you know, he's funny, you know, show me some tips. But this is like a quick, deep drive. Drive this for 5 hours, 6 hours. A lot of you can't do it because there's constant pressure of someone doing 80 to 100, riding you, cutting you off, a soccer mom, a businessman, a semi-truck driver, a young teen. And those are the people who cause death. I saw people revving their engines as tailgating semi-trucks. We're okay here. I felt okay with this. But the volume of traffic in all 3 lanes is ridiculous. And when you're pushing to get to a media shoot and you have to be there, you're going to have to make content. You have to post it. It's a little pressure. And you have to know cardinal directions. I-94 runs east and west. I-80 runs east and west. You have to know directions, and a lot of you don't know directions. I did a survey, and my phone had died, so I was forced to write down directions, which is fine. I know how to read. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Thank you, teachers. And you got to know how to read. But on I-80, we were major interstate where the speed limit is 70, but more people were driving 95, 100, 110. This doesn't give you time to react if someone doesn't use a blinker, which was the most common offense. If someone is aggressively, I could tailgate this Durango very aggressively, but I'm not stupid. I don't want to smash my car. And I'm not going to put that pressure in. I'm already going about 77. In that slow lane, they're going 75. Because I use Meta to ask questions. So I'm trying to not tailgate this burgundy Durango, which is a beautiful vehicle. and this Ford Explorer twin turbo is behind me. And he probably said, well, if you don't like this lane, get out of it. It's in all 3 lanes, so stop talking. Like that white car, that's what you see, right? Just riding people's butts, bro. What's going on? You see all this cutting over? And I need all of you to see this, who are learning how to drive, who have anxiety. You see that Meyer truck up there? That Escalade? You need to see this to learn, and you want to keep space. Yeah. Because I'm paid to be out here. And if I see danger, I'm going to tell you. Because you need to know. And I'm just trying to keep my space and take my time. Keeping my space and taking my time. And we're passing on the left of the semi-truck. I have some really good information about driving around semi-trucks. Thank you, truckers. I respect you. Always have and always will. Staying the heck away from you. See this traffic merging on? This was nothing on I-80. Hundreds of cars coming out. Oh, there's a crash. So I'm just going to keep my space and take my time. And I'm trying to keep space. Not that I'm going slow. I am going fast. But why should I be in these pack of cars? Why should I be in these wolf pack of cars? This is one of the most important videos I have ever made because I have a new awareness for the dangers on the interstate. We're going about 75 to 77. And 80, 90, 100, are you crazy? That's reckless driving. And some people say, well, keep your eyes on front. I'm trying to maintain control of this vehicle because I like my life. A lot of people make these random comments, but I want to see you on I-80. I want to see you in all this traffic, cutting off trucks. Yep, they almost rear-ended. Got rear-ended. Stupid. Stupid. She gave me the middle finger. Are you serious? They're from Texas. We know there's a crash ahead. I'm not going to lose who I am. You can't change. And if you don't have the experience being out here, you will crash, you will rear end someone, you will hate being here. A lot of my clients are in their mid-20s, early 30s, some in their 40s. A lot of them don't drive in this. Because it will spit you out and rip you apart. Because you can't handle the pressure going to a downtown, a huge metropolitan area, Metro Detroit, Metro Houston, Texas, Los Angeles, California, the I-80 corridor. People don't use blinkers. They ride your butt in a car, and they just don't care. And my voice is different. Are you right? Yeah, I'm different. I'm angry because people have no regard for life. And that's why so many people die daily. And our construction workers, 1 in 5 die because they're out here and these drivers are just, they don't slow. In the construction zone, you're supposed to slow down at least to 45. They were doing 80. If I had slowed down, I would have got rear-ended. You just have to pack patience and be peaceful. But a lot of you aren't patient. You want to sell your course. You want to be the CEO of the company, Chief Executive Officer. but you don't have experience. You want to tell older workers what to do, but you can't even spell, and you use ChatGPT and DeepSeek. You want to front like you got money, but you got a loan for $100,000 and you flashing it, but yet it's a high interest loan. You got a small business loan, but you're gonna have to pay that back. But you showing your money off on Instagram. A lot of people are fake out here. I'm gonna be real with you. It's dangerous. I'm a middle class working man, entrepreneur, driver's ed, social media, education. And I'm just gonna take my time. All channels are not for all people. All social media is not for all people. If you don't like this type of content, then don't subscribe, don't follow, don't watch. A lot of people have commented, man, this channel has really helped me. It's made me a better person. This is real driving. The volume and density. There's no fake in here. And if I'm too aggressive with an adult or teen, they're going to cry. They're going to fall apart. That's for a lot of you to understand. So a lot of you see instructors, and it's not really what you think. It's a slow grind. People don't even know how to keep their car straight. They don't. So you can't lose your composure. And on the way back, I was getting tired, so I had to pull over, pull into a rest stop area. Some of you don't even know what that is because you're on your phone with your parent and you're not really focusing on driving. You need to be actively in the front seat learning. Why are we going slow? What's going on? How come we can't go 80 or 90? It's against the law, fool. Why is it important that you know another route? Can you read a map? Do you understand east, west, north, and south? A lot of you don't. What is proper placement of your materials in your semi-truck? How do you estimate fuel economy? What if you have a mechanical breakdown? We saw a jackknife semi-truck. We saw rear-end collisions. It happens. Just try to stay in the middle or first lane and keep it moving. And if people are crazy and running late, let them be crazy and run late. Like this, we can't worry about this. I'm going to be late to the office. It is what it is. I'm not going to kill myself. I have very good attendance. I'm very punctual. But we can't control how people drive and the density of traffic. This is Detroit, Michigan. This is Houston, Texas. This is the I-80 corridor. This is Chicago. This is Los Angeles, California. A lot of you are not built like this to handle this traffic. What do you mean you're not built like this? You don't have the intestinal fortitude to drive through this every day. And it does stress you out. And cars will cut you off. And people don't use blinkers. So it's almost like a survival game. It's like people forget how to drive once they get out of the early permit licensing stage. I noticed that. They're trying to go as fast as they can, as quick as they can, and no regard for anyone. That's the real. And if you like living and like low insurance rates and have a good driving record, you're going to really watch this and go deep. A lot of people have commented already on the I-80 corridor, driving heavy traffic, dealing with semi-trucks, stress, anxiety. A lot of people can't drive in this. We're going 30 in a 55. Imagine going 30 in a 70. I'm not going to worry about it. gonna keep moving. And like this trailer to the left, a lot of these guys and lady drivers were overloaded. And then when you have a tire failure, you wonder why you crash. Because you overload trying to chase money. We're not trying to chase anything. We're trying to live. And living doesn't mean you're, see those skid marks. That's where they flipped. And if you're going stupid fast through this, you're not going to have time to stop. Because people do panic turns and panic lane changes. And I'm scared like that minivan that just cut over. See that? That's the dumb stuff that causes accidents. Because people, they leave too late. They're not mentally ready. I was mentally ready to drive to Chicago. I tried to get some rest. Had to pack up my camera, check the vehicle, or some other cars. There's an accident. Exit is shut down. Yep. Gotta go to the next one. What do you do when this happens? Police situation up here. That doesn't surprise me, because people drive dumb. So it is what it is. But you should always take a different way home. Go to a different route, because it will make your brain start growing again. So I'm just sitting here praying I don't get rear-ended. Whenever you slow down and stop, you should be checking the rear-end mirror. But a lot of you won't do that. A lot of people just are very casual about life and driving and making decisions. This is Chicago. This is Detroit. This is Houston, Texas. This is Los Angeles, California. A lot of you live in rural areas or small suburban areas, because I looked at the analytics of the videos. I'm looking at that ladder. Looks properly secure, but I'm not trusting anything. There's nothing I can do. We're stuck here. And for some of you, you're going to panic, start sweating, texting people. And I'm just trying to keep my space. You see these cars coming on. That's going to add more volume to traffic. And yet we don't see blinkers. This person has a blinker on. I'm going to let them go ahead. I'm yielding for them. She should be going, but she's not. Semi truck almost hit someone. That's stupid, man. Why you do? It's just nothing I can do. Okay, I need you to look at all these videos. I gotta call my boss, let them know that I'm running late, and I will be there soon. We'll go live at about 10 if I don't have meetings to look at data. Look at all the videos. Bye.